Yo, what's good? If you don't know me, I'm 5 guys. Guys. It's January 2026. Wake the fuck up and subscribe, okay? Go press the subscribe button right now. But anyways, 2026, guys. I know a lot of you guys don't have that much money. Happens. And we tend to have to do things. When we don't have money, we have to get a job. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you need to get your money up. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get a job. Gotta start doing something. Maybe start posting videos. Maybe start doing something, right? And this is just a job experience. So let's get right into the video.
Today, I'll be talking about one of humanity's biggest fears.
God, I'm saying.
This is a horrifying path that almost everybody will have to eventually face in their life, whether we like it or not. And most of the time,
why can't we just skip that though? Like, why can't we just skip that? Like, that event shouldn't even happen. Like, we should all just spawn in with at least 100K that we get to, like, you know, so some people can start up their business or something, or like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know a joke, man. I was home on vacation, right, chilling. I come back and niggas already talking about, yo, we need you here. I just got back. What you mean y'all need me? Already? But I need them too.
We don't, but everyone has to get their bread somehow. So we just gotta suck it up and pray that we win the lottery or our parlay hits one day. Because let's be for real, nobody want a job. Like, unless you got real aspirations for a certain type of work. I think most of us is given a magical opportunity to get paid however much you get paid now.
You think a doctor really wants to be a doctor, bro? Like, come on. Let's be for real right now. Like, at the end of the day, they just thought in their head, like, well, if I do this, I'm going to get this amount of money. So 2 + 2 equals 4. No matter what. So, but hey, if you tell a doctor right now, bro, I'll give you the same amount of money without having to be a doctor, you think they'll be like, oh my God, no, bro. I really want to be in school for 18 more years.
And not work that job again, we would take it. Because most of us see jobs as a way to get by in life and try to make ends meet.
Fuck?
There's no room for you to pursue passions in this economy. You better second guess that art degree and major in business so you could be an executive marketing promoter for a billion-dollar company. But I digress. I'm just saying, I doubt that is most people's passions to work at a 9 to 5 at a warehouse.
I don't need money to change my major, bro. My major is actually an art major. My shit is film and media production, but yo, bro. Fuck you.
Lifting boxes. I don't mean any disrespect, but am I wrong? Plus, it's fun being unemployed. As long as you got a roof over your head and don't need to worry about bills, most likely because you still live with your parents.
Bro, one thing about being unemployed is that you find yourself in some of the most random side quests in the world. Like, because at the end of the day, your friends know that you can. So every time your friends are about to do something fun, they're going to call you in. No matter what. They know you at the crib doing jack shit. So might as well call you. But hey, you're going to pull up there. You're probably not going to have any money. But get to live the moment. Have an experience. You have stories to talk about.
Would you want a job? That sounds like it's taking away your time from being grandmaster on Rivals and watching reels. Nah, that's too much. But eventually you want to get your own stuff. You know, young boy tickets ain't free. Or life really hits you in the face and now you actually have bills. So eventually we all have to get a job. However, you know what's harder than actually deciding to get a job? Finding one that hires you. I swear you could send 100 applications to 100 different...
Yo, that shit is so facts, bro. I swear to God, like, ain't nothing harder than finding a job, bro. Your mom will tell you, you gotta get your ass up and go get a job. But, bro, ain't nothing harder than getting a job. You can send out all these applications, do all these things, walk around the whole entire city, and you will be lucky if one person calls you back for an interview. For a fucking interview. And 9 times out of 10, you might fuck that shit up because they ask you about what do you bring to the table. Bro, I'm just trying to get some money.
Places and all of them would still go.
I ain't bringing shit.
You think with how many
I hope y'all bring
jobs
something to me, though.
the businesses are desperate to find people. But nah, it feels like they're posting it as bait just to mess with people or steal your info. Not only that, if this is your first job, you're gonna have a harder time because even the quote-unquote entry-level jobs are asking for a qualification of having prior experience. Like, isn't that what this job is for? How is someone supposed to get experience and not be homeless?
Whoa, follow. But that, yo, how are you supposed to work a job? How are you supposed to get a job? Like, I was supposed to build my resume, and you guys need me to have a resume already.
While almost
I'm
every
using this
decent
job to
paying
build up
job
my resume.
requires that. And trying to apply for a job on LinkedIn or Indeed is like sending your application into a void. I swear none of those people be reading them. You could have the most stacked profile on LinkedIn.
That shit is,
You
yeah, I
got
swear.
bachelor's, master's, discovered the cure for cancer. Then you send in an application for your dream job to your dream company. Then they write back to you saying, we've read your application. Unfortunately, the CEO's daughter has took your position that you applied for, so get the phone. Back when I was still applying for jobs, I literally gave up on sending applications on those sites because I never get a response back.
I've never gotten a call back from an Indeed job. Never. I have applied. I have spent hours at night sitting there. Yo, my mom then has been like, she been telling me to get a remote job. Like she been telling me to get that for the longest. And I be thinking like, yo, mom, I'm trying to get out. You know, I want to get a remote job. Fuck it, right? Like I'm trying to get one. But it just doesn't work, bro. Like I swear they never accept my application. Never call me back. Not even a hey, bro. We would like to move on with first other candidates. Nothing. They see my shit. They delete it.
And was my application that bad? Even when your application does get noticed and you get set up for an interview, you still gotta go through some more bullshit-ass questions. Why did you choose our business? Y'all hiring. Like, what's up? What is your main motivation to get your work done? Money? What else am I here for? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Hopefully not here. That's just me being honest with my answers. What do you want me to do? Work here for the rest of my life? This is a Wendy's. So you gotta lie with any question they ask. You have to make yourself look as good as possible. So you gotta fake it till you make it. Even if they asked you a stupid question like, would you still work this job even if there was no pay? You say absolutely. I always wanted to be a...
I'll show up here at 7 a.m. sharp, actually. If I was showing up late with pay, imagine without pay. I'll be the first one here. Trust me. Not about the job, about the destination.
Slave. Congratulations. You have successfully become employed. The end of your life starts Tuesday. After starting a job, I feel after the first week, you can...
Yo, then I don't know what's worse. Like, applying for a job and not getting it, or applying for a job and getting it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you apply for a job and you don't get it, it's like, damn, bro, like, I want a fucking job. Like, I want to work. But, like, at least you still got all this free time. But then you apply for a job and actually get it, and you got to get up the next day, show up on a Monday at 7 a.m. Yeah, that shit ain't no fun, bro. I've never been happy to get hired back or hire at any job. I'm like, damn. I already made it through. Because you know what's actually good? That downtime between not having a job and getting a job. Like that applying process right there. Because your parents are like, damn, like, they bother you and shit. Like, yo, why don't you have a job yet? Yeah, but mom, I'm applying for a job. I just haven't gotten called back. So you can still do whatever the fuck you want and pull that card. But then, you know, eventually you're going to get the job or not. And once you don't get the job, then it's back to getting in the house, you know?
Find out whether you like it or quit it the next month. And it won't be the job itself to motivate this decision. It's your boss and coworkers.
Jiggle my balls.
They can make or break this whole thing. If you happen to get a chill boss and coworkers you can vibe with, that's amazing. That's how my last real job was. I used to be a waiter for weddings and other events. That job low-key had me stressing because I wasn't good at the start for weddings and other events. That job low-key had me stressing because I wasn't good at the start. I was awkward taking orders. I would mess up orders. And one time I even dropped a whole tray of food I was carrying at the wedding. Best believe I didn't get tips that day. And what would get me kind of jealous is that some of my coworkers would walk out and carry 2 trays full of food on one shoulder. Like, damn, bro, are you Samoan? Those trays are...
I will have, bro, those workers that have been at the job forever, they be trying to show out so bad. Like, yeah, I get it, you've been here the past 10 years, but, yo, this is not the job to be at, bro. We're at a fucking Wendy's. So why are you showing out? They'll start making the burgers in 1 second. Start flipping all the patties and shit, making the fries, having 5 bags done in 2. Like, yo, bro, not that deep. Let's relax.
mad heavy and so out of balance.
They be
But
trying
you
to
know
show
what
out
kept me
so
going?
bad, too.
It was the fun time I had with my coworkers and boss. They were cool as hell. We had a carpool to get to the events. It was always a vibe and a good time. They made my experience. Imagine working a 16-hour shift and walking out of it happy. One day I clocked in for a double shift for a wedding and a Sweet 16 at 9:30 a.m. and clocking out at 1:30 a.m. Granted, I was dead after that shift and had to take off my shoes more than once, but I got $60 worth of tips and went to Wawa after work, so I felt like Gucci. And I believe I only felt like this because the environment I was around was nice. Sometimes. I've had to serve some aggressive people at some points.
Yeah, it's my birthday today. What can I get out here for free?
Nothing.
You a bitch.
If I had trash co-workers or a trash boss, I would have not.
What? Yo, nigga says my birthday, like, can I get here for free?
Stayed at that job for long. I have zero patience for bullshit. Literally. Like example, the first job I've ever had in my senior year of high school, I was a janitor at a warehouse.
Yo.
I had no coworkers, so I
would've
had
accepted
nobody
that
to
job.
talk to.
I'd
And
rather
my
be-
boss
I'd
was
rather have
not
no
a
money.
bad person, but a bad boss.
I feel like, low key, bro, I'd rather have no job than a bad job, bro. Then I was like, I'm not gonna sit in this job and go through hell, bro. Just because I need the money, but I'd rather just stuck it out, bro. Fuck it. The bills just gonna have to be late. That's just what it is. Until I get a better job. Something reasonable, at least something I could like speak on, you know what I'm saying? Like if anybody asks me like, where you work at? I work here, you know what I'm saying? It ain't too bad.
I'd be working shifts that were 2 to 3 hours every few days, cleaning the break rooms, hallways, and bathrooms. So my pay wasn't even that good, but since I was still in school, I was just thinking, I'm making money and I got more time to study and goon. That sounds like a win-win. But when payday arrived, I would only be paid for half the hours I worked, sometimes less. I was already barely working as is, combined with a salary of $13 an hour, cleaning up pee-pee and poo-poo. Man, I'm not taking that. Plus, he only paid me through Cash App. You've ever had a job that only paid you through Cash App? Man, I had to go. I only worked there for a few weeks. He did pay me the rest of the money after, so he cool, but man, warehouse jobs are not it. My patience dwindled faster when I got accepted at BJ's, and I worked there for 1 day. I asked to go to the bathroom and left during orientation. I discovered they weren't what they advertised. How you gonna call yourselves BJ's without expecting people to have certain expectations? That's false advertising. So I left. That wasn't really the reason. I just didn't want to work in the freezer. That's when I started my waiting job, then YouTube, and now here I am. Unemployed since. I'm just saying I can understand the struggles of looking for and having a job. Especially the ones you only take to make ends meet. And the unemployed life can be really fun when you have stuff to fall back on. If not, it will only be short-term satisfaction. Eventually, you have to get a career, deal with any of the shortcomings of it, and do that for the rest of your life. The American dream! So when looking for a job, make sure to get one that you like if you have the privilege to do so. That's all I really wanted to say. And in conclusion, enjoy unemployment while you still can. Different strokes!
Nah, this video was funny as hell. But anyways, yeah, hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and man, whatever you do, bro, try to not get a job. Run from it. Expect somebody to die in your family, inherit something, bro. Like, come on. Job has to be the last resort.